What's up everybody, my name's Chance and today we're going to be playing some Naya Control. And I actually got the idea from this from playing Momir's and playing Zetalpa and Zacama so much. I decided to go make a deck that could actually play both of the two. So today that's exactly what we're going to do. We're essentially focusing on just playing Zetalpa and Zacama and winning the games off those two. So other than those two, we do have two Carnage Tyrants just in case Zetalpa and Zacama both fail out or both get discarded or whatever nonsense. So that's our win cons right there, those three. But yeah, past that, we don't have any other creatures in the deck. It's all just removal or ways to get out more mana or ways to gain life. So yeah, we'll go through the deck tech or the deck breakdown real quick and hop right into the games. Starting us out, we have two Fountain of Renewals. This is wonderful if you can get it out early. It gives you 1 life each turn on your standby, as well as you can pay 3 mana and sacrifice it and draw a card. So wonderful little artifact there, very cheap, very worth the 1 mana. Moving on, we have 2 Dawn of Hopes. This is good for card draw with your already existing card draw, Revitalize and Ritual of Rejuvenation. Obviously, whenever you cast those, you gain life and you draw a card. So if you want to pay 2 extra mana on top of the Revitalize and essentially pay 4 mana, you draw 2 cards and gain 3 life, which is really good for 4 mana. And then also, say you're 4 mana, 5 mana into the game, obviously you still can't cast any of your creatures, which could be a problem. So creating a 1/1 white soldier creature token with lifelink can be an excellent means of delaying your opponent or blocking some of their attackers. Obviously, if they have trample, it'll be a little bit more useless, but nonetheless. Moving on, we do have 3 copies of Revitalize. Gain 3 life, draw a card. Just helps you get through your deck, helps you survive through the aggro, through all the annoying creatures that are going to come out before you can get your larger creatures out. So moving on, we have 2 Seal Aways for removal, 2 Lava Coils for removal. And Lava Coil is in here to permanently exile things. Seal Away, things with Seal Away, Conclave Tribunal, Ixalan's Bindings. Things with that is someone cleansing Novas, which they probably will. Cleansing Novas, I'm sorry. Need to enunciate a little bit better. But if they do, and they probably will, then all of our artifacts, all of our enchantments get destroyed. Thereby sending all of their creatures, all of their enchantments that we may have taken from them right back to their side of the field. So I think you really need to be careful about how many enchantments and or exile enchantments, I guess we'll call them, you use in your deck. So 2 copies of Lava Coil, 2 Gaia's Blessing. This can keep you from milling yourself or your opponent milling you. Obviously, you play the Gaia's Blessing, draw a card, you put another copy of Gaia's Blessing back into your deck, so then once you draw it, you can obviously keep putting 3 cards into your deck. So, and if you wanted to up this, you can, but I've found that 2 copies is perfectly fine. 2 copies of Justice Strike to deal with. Normally, it's larger creatures or creatures with death touch that you don't want killing your Zacama, because Zetalpa actually doesn't get affected by death touch. It has indestructible, so cool little thing to note there. Moving on, we have 1 copy of Treasure Map, as that's all I really have. And I refuse to come off my wild cards because we have Ravnica Allegiance coming up, so don't really want to spend any of those. Nonetheless, Treasure Map's great for ramping you up if you can scry 3 with it, as well as seeing what card you're about to draw and maybe sending it to the bottom. So really good, really cheap. Moving on, we have 2 Ritual of Rejuvenations. It's essentially an upgraded Revitalize. Costs 1 more mana, heals you for 1 more life. Worth it? I don't know, but it works with our mana spread, so that's why we have it. Also, excuse me for all the coughing. Need to grab a drink of water before we actually jump into the matches. Be sure I'll do that. Moving on, we have 2 Grow from the Ashes. This is to help you ramp. And as well, say if you have 4 mana already out, you can play a Grow from the Ashes and still play a Revitalize or a Seal Away or a Lava Coil or a Gaia's Blessing or a Justice Strike or a Treasure Map. Like a lot of things in this deck because we have a lot of 2-drops, as you can see. So Grow from the Ashes I found is a pretty good turn 4 play. Turn 3 if you manage to draw a late Fountain of Renewal. So, and of course if you get into late game and you can just kick it out, then it has those benefits as well. And it takes out lands from your deck, so you don't get flooded as much. Moving on, we have 3 Deafening Clarions. I've actually thought about going up to 4 just with how many aggro decks we've been going up against. Maybe 4 might be worth it, but I'll stick to 3 for the demonstration of this deck. 2 Conclave Tribunals. It's not that good in this deck. Most decks it's pretty good in, but most decks you have more creatures, so I've honestly thought about just taking it out completely and adding maybe some more card draw or something to, you know, more survival or a quicker way to ramp. I haven't decided which would actually be better quite yet, but as it stands, we have 2 Conclave Tribunals and 2 Ixalan Bindings. Ixalan's Bindings are wonderful in any deck that can play them, in my opinion. So, moving on, we have 1 copy of Settle the Wreckage and 1 copy of Cleansing Nova. And then we get into our bigger creatures, and we have 1 copy of the Immortal Sun, as we do have a lot of higher cost cards, so I feel like playing the Immortal Sun is perfectly fine. One thing that we could add into this deck, if we wanted to really gain some more life, is Sanguine Sacrament. That can really help stall you out in games as well. Tell you what, we might throw 1 in and take out 1 Conclave. Alrighty. So, that's the deck, and we're going to hop right into the games. Before we do, I'm going to go grab a drink of water, so I'll just cut out this little bit. Alright, and here we are in game 1 against Lime 9391. Interesting name. Pretty good start here, honestly. Save Sacrament for later, but a Deafening and a Lava Coil is actually kind of nice to see. Hopefully we don't get swamped here. So yeah, which honestly it's a little hard to get swamped with this deck considering how many high cost cards we have. Gaia's Blessing, that's interesting. I think we're just going to Lava Coil the Reassembling Skeleton. They can be pretty annoying, and Lava Coil actually does exile creatures, so we don't really want to Deafening Clarion a skeleton anyways, as it'll just come back. We may play our first copy of Gaia's Blessing this turn. We don't really have anything else to play, so put the Lava Coil back in our deck. And we drew another mountain, so what? That's our 6th land we need for the Immortal Sun. On the bright side of things. On the negative side of things, we only have 1 Plains out on the field, and we're going to need more for Zetalpa. We're fine as far as Zacama goes, and as far as Carnage Tyrant goes. But yeah, Zetalpa, Settle the Wreckage, Cleansing Nova, all those will need 1 more Plains to actually use, so hopefully we can find that. And it's actually a good thing we put that Lava Coil back in our deck. I don't really think Deafening Clarion 1 skeleton's worth it, so we'll just hold on to 2 copies. Who knows, they may have a Thought Erasure. They are playing Dimir, but they're playing a very odd version of Dimir. I don't think I've ever seen Karn. This is interesting. You can have that. Revitalize is okay. We're still 1 away from the Immortal Sun. Deafening Clarion doesn't really do anything for us. We get rid of their skeleton, but that's about it. So I think we just wait with Revitalize for next turn. Just wait for his turn. We'll reorder our cards. Hopefully he doesn't have anything that can take out our Immortal Sun upon entry.
The time
Okay, so he's probably gonna play his oh well, he just returned it to his hand. His Weatherlight. So he's going Historics, Demir Historic. That's interesting. With a reassembling skeleton. I just don't understand where the reassembling skeleton fits into play. I have to be careful not to skip to my turn before I use the Revitalize. Of course, I guess I could have played Revitalize on my turn. I may have drawn something that I could have used as well. Okay, so that's all his mana tapped out. No, just another land. That's okay. At least we get it out of the way for this turn. Carnage Tyrant. Now that's interesting. Do we Immortal Sun and then we play Carnage Tyrant for cheaper next turn, and we can Deafening Clarion as well? And our Carnage Tyrant goes up to an 8/7. We draw 2 cards. Do we Immortal Sun first? I'm thinking so, right? He's only going to deal 6 damage. Karn can't get rid of it. Of course, Carnage Tyrant can't be countered, so once he's down, he's good. The only thing we really stop is 1 damage. We don't stop his Zahid. So I'm thinking, yeah, we go Immortal Sun. And I'm sorry, I'll have to quit ducking down so low. I know I minimized how much my camera takes up. I just normally like rest my head on my hand whenever I'm really thinking, really getting into it. So we did decide to go with the Immortal Sun, just because I'm a greedy bastard. So yep, and it looks like we'll end up playing 2 copies of Deafening Clarion next turn. Actually, that'll take care of everything he has on the field. So we'll be down to, what, 3 mana if we do that? Let's see. I definitely think we should. Carnage Tyrant isn't quite a big enough force to really, I don't know, do enough. Alright, so he gets his reassembling skeleton back. Deal 3 more damage. Take care of those 2, and we can Ixalan Bindings and take his Karn, and I think that's what we're gonna do. So there's the beauty of the Immortal Sun there, actually. And I think it was the right play to play the Immortal Sun before Carnage, because we actually didn't even end up playing Carnage, but we still dealt with all of his creatures, so as far as I'm concerned, mission accomplished. Now, that Sigil Sword of Valoron is actually a really annoying card. For those of you who don't know what it does, +2 and Vigilance to, and it becomes a Knight. But on top of all that, whenever it attacks, you create a 2/2 Knight with Vigilance. So, oop, hold up, Karn. I know you're ready to get out, buddy. But play him. We have 2 mana left over. And I guess it doesn't really matter what color, so I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going to mana screw myself out of anything, but at least this way I guess we can still play Sanguine Sacrament. I'm not going to, though, right? I'm going to play the treasure map. I feel like healing up, too, is really worth it, so go ahead and skip on to his turn. Thankfully, he doesn't have any white mana, so no Cleansing Novas or any of that. Atrata is pretty scary, actually, because she can deal with the Carnage Tyrant. Thank God Sigil Sword doesn't give you haste. Oh, I didn't even think about that, about him bringing out his Weatherlight and equipping Sigil Sword to the Weatherlight. That's a good play, huh? Never even thought about it. He didn't do it. That's interesting. Here's Mortifying one. He has a very strange deck. I don't know quite what he was going for here. Oh, for my turn, let's treasure map. Dawn of Hope. Yes. Yes, I do want that. The Evolving Wilds isn't that good, but the Dawn of Hope is excellent. Okay, if we play the Dawn and we play a soldier, then we're left with 3 mana, 4 mana if I dive to get one. And I think we just Evolving Wilds here. I don't plan on playing Sanguine Sacrament. Doesn't really matter in this situation. We have 3 green. Let's just get out another white. Next, attackers. We do want to swing in with our Carnage here. Again, he's not playing any white mana, so no settles. And if he attacks with the Trotta this turn, which he probably will, then he's probably going to exile our Carnage. Bringing back Zahid. It's interesting. And we can Sanguine Sacrament if we absolutely have to, but... No, he's going for the Weatherlight again. It's interesting. Alright, we're down to 7, but I'm not too concerned about it. His Atrada's tapped out, his vehicle's tapped out, which means he has to play as Zahid, right? Or maybe ride a Belzenlog, but even still, we'll swing through with... Okay, so yeah, there's Zahid. What else? What else you got up your sleeve? Maybe your reassembling skeleton comes back down on my turn. Immortal Sun's really saving us here. And we have enough mana, we just haven't seen a Zacama or a Zetalpa, so... Maybe we go diving with Dawn of Hope on this next turn when we attack with the soldier, because we're probably going to. Oh, you know what? If we hadn't, we could have summoned up 2 soldiers. That one kind of hurts a little bit. If we hadn't played the Evolving Wild, could have done 2 soldiers. Alright, my turn. Treasure map. No. We don't need any more land. We don't need any more mana. I think we're... Thank you. Thank you, Immortal Sun. Your draw has been so helpful. Alright, so we'll play Sunpetal down. I mean, we could Sanguine for... some. Sanguine for 4. Draw 2. I mean, draw 1. Or we can Sanguine for 6. Give us 12 health. We'd back up to 19. And draw 1 card. We can't still play this. I think we go ahead and... Yeah, that's what we wanted to see. Okay, so then we just need to get the card draw. How much is the common? 9? We're sitting at 4, 7, 9 as is, so we can't get him... Oh, no, we're sitting at 12. So we can get him out and play him this turn. That's fun. Then all of our lands will untap. Alright, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to swing in with Carnage. Swing in with a little soldier. No matter what, our soldier is going to give us life, so no matter what, we get to proc the Dawn of Hope. Alright. Go ahead and go to the damage. He's already going to be down to 6 life, which is probably a scary position for him. We're in 9, so it's not like we're at too great of a position. Now, it doesn't really matter what we tap here, because we're still going to be able to afford the Zacama. Oh yeah, and it costs 1 less also because of the Immortal Sun, so wonderful. And it doesn't matter what we tap that for. So once we play Zacama, once he's cast, Then you untap all lands you control, so you essentially get all your mana right back. Now, so many choices. So many choices. First, this destroys Rite of Bells and Lock, so he gets no use out of that, right? He can still just attack with Atrada next turn, so we kind of need to deal with her. And we will have to pay one of these because we don't have any more red mana left. Alright, so she's dealt with. His Zahid can't attack because Zacama has reach. We're left with 4 mana. We can play a Dawn of Hope if we use the treasure, or we could just destroy an artifact or enchantment. Like his vehicle. Because it's an artifact, so that's fun. That was a fun turn. This is why I enjoy this deck purely whenever you get out Zacama or whenever you get out Zetalpa, because Zetalpa is indestructible. The only thing they can really do is exile it, and I guess Vraska's Contempt. Oh, that's pretty good, huh? Nice. So he threw down a Transmortifying Wand and destroyed our Zacama. And we got a 3/5 Ox in the place, which I mean I guess is okay. Because next turn we'll deal 2 and 3 from him. But we also managed to wipe off, you know, 3 of his really strong cards from the board. And 36 cards left. We still have 2 copies of Zetalpa, 1 copy of Zacama, and 1 copy of Carnage Tyrant. So I still feel pretty confident. We still have the Immortal Sun, Dawn of Hope combo. Now he's gonna destroy the Ox he just created. That's fine, I guess. Better for him to get that cast down off now than when we have a Zacama in the future. And I'm not real worried about being at 4 health, by the way. In case. Ooh, well that's lovely, right? That's exactly what we wanted. How does Zacama number 2 sound to you? It sounds like a concede. Alright, wonderful. So, game 1 going to us purely because of Zacama. So, we'll move right on to a game 2. And, yeah. Alrighty, and here we are in a game 2 against Ixalan? I think that's how the name's said. You know, this isn't a very lovely hand. The only reason I'm thinking about it is because we do have the Zacama, Fountain, Immortal. We have a lot of key cards that if we can get to, we're fine. If not, we're kind of fucked. And they go first. Wow. I really don't want to keep it. We're going to. Okay. Alright, you know, that's okay. So now, at least at the beginning of each turn, we have the option to draw 2 cards if we want to pay our 2 mana. And we probably will, honestly. Ooh. Yeah, probably will. We did draw another land, which is very good for us. But 3 mana still isn't enough for us to do anything, so next turn we'll probably use Dawn of Hope to draw us 2 cards. Corner of the Empire. Yeah, they're ramping pretty hard. They only have Forest out, but they do have a copy of Drover the Mighty, so most dinosaurs don't require double mana or 3 mana like Zacama, so he should be fine with whatever he chooses to get out. Raptor Hatchling, yeah. Yeah. Okay, glad I did, because I was about to get flooded. Wow. Still no red mana. Not that Justice Strike would take out the Forerunner, but there's a Needle Tooth. That's really unfortunate. He shouldn't take the damage here. It doesn't do anything for him. Needle Tooth is only 4 mana. Wow, for some reason I always thought Needle Tooth was 5 mana. You know, he really hasn't done any damage to me yet. I mean, he has. I guess we could take the Drover of the Mighty. It takes out his ability to play any red cards. If we don't, okay, decline. Ooh, and we got a Zetalpa. Okay, so we're gonna play Conclave Tribunal on his Drover of the Mighty. Now he can't play his Raptor Hatchling, even if he wanted to. Wow, stumbled those words out. Even if he wanted to. Oh, arranging Raptors. Well, all is fine, just as well. Thankfully, though, we don't play creatures like I said, so his Needle Tooth is actually just a really weak 4-drop card. Ranging Raptors helps him a ton, and there's the Mountain to make up for the Drover, so maybe we should have gotten out the Forerunner. Probably. I know the Forerunner was, ooh, we only go to 5 mana here, so we can't really play anything too spectacular anyways, and there's the red mana. And another copy of Dawn of Hope. Do we Justice Strike? No, we wait. Yeah, we wait. Another Dawn of Hope is interesting, but I don't think we need it. Like, I don't think we'd pay for, especially since we're about to get down our Immortal Sun. And from our Immortal Sun, probably be pretty close to these two. What, 8 and 9? So it should actually be like that. So it'll be 7 and 8. There's some ramp for him. Draw a card. So he must be sitting on, oh, probably a lot of forests, right? A lot of forests, maybe some red creatures. Okay, so I'll probably just swing in this turn if I had to guess about it. We can Justice Strike, but again, we're only taking 5 damage. That does put us down to 13 though, huh? We'll kill off his Needle Tooth. And we won't pay the 2 there. Ritual of Rejuvenation, that is a good card. Especially since now it only costs 2 mana. Ha ha ha. Alright, yeah, so if we draw into one land, next turn we have Zetalpa. If we draw into another land after that, we have Zacama, so pretty happy. And if not, then we can just get out some Dawn of Hope creature tokens that deal 2 damage instead of 1, thanks to Immortal Sun. So, lovely, lovely. I was going to say, he'll probably deal the 3 damage here. He'll probably go ahead and deal another round of damage here. Try to guess about it. Like, he's going to pull out a land. He gets another dinosaur from Raptor Hatchling, so yeah, go ahead and activate it again and get out another land. Yep, there it goes. He's ramping pretty hard, but he only has 2 cards in hand, so, you know. Whereas us, we have our Zetalpa, we have our Zacama. I almost combined the 2 there. All we need is 1 more land. We could just borrow one of his, if you didn't mind. We're going to decline that pay. There's the land. Alrighty, so, yeah. Zetalpa. And actually has 5/9, which is wonderful because it has double strike as well. You have any exiles? If not, you might be in trouble. Knight of the Stampede is okay, but won't save you here. Next turn we'll get down Zacama. I'll show him how dinosaurs should really be played. I don't know why he would offer up the 3. Like, he wanted the damage to go to Raptor Hatchling. You know, I'm going to decline that too, because if we can get out Zacama... Oh, thank you, Immortal Sun. I know I talked down on you earlier, but I take it all back. There's Zacama. All of our lands untap, and now we get to have some actual fun. You know what, let's take out Knight of the Stampede. And let's take out Forerunner of the Empire. I'll leave his Ranging Raptor. Go ahead and swing in with Zetalpa just so I don't forget all of that this turn. And then we can either create a soldier, get out another Dawn of Hope, or we can gain 3 life thanks to Zacama and get out Dawn of Hope. Sorry, I broke that up into 2 parts and did not mean to. So yeah, there's our 2 showstoppers, game winners, whatever you want to call them. And Zetalpa is indestructible, so they can either choose to destroy Zacama with a Cleansing Nova, which they don't have. There's a GG. Or they could have exiled Zetalpa, but they couldn't. You can't exile 2 big creatures like that in 1 turn without playing like double Vraska's Contempt or something like that. Nonetheless, well, you probably could, maybe with a Seal Away or something. I don't know. Not the point. Hope you guys enjoyed. I am only going to keep it to a 2-game video tonight because it is really, really late and I need to get to bed. And I'm doing this the night before so I can actually get it up on time. Nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like down below in the section somewhere down there, and a comment in the comment section as well if you have any suggestions or ideas for this deck or future decks. And be sure to let me know what you guys think of this deck. I'll probably end up playing it more in the future because I really enjoy it and making more variations of this. This and the Grixis Steal Your Deck I had a lot of fun with. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down below, and of course subscribe if you guys want to see more. I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace.